Let's talk about Child's Play. This film was directed by Tom Holland, not the Spider-Man Tom Holland, obviously. It was released in November 9th, 1988, and it has a runtime of 87 minutes. This film revolves around a serial killer named Charles Lee Ray, who gets shot by a detective, and as he's dying, he transfers his soul to the body of a doll through this crazy ritual, and calls himself Chucky. And this mother purchases this doll off of the streets and gives the doll to her son, her 2-year-old son Andy, for his birthday. By far, the best thing about this film is honestly the acting performances and the character development too. The child in this film is adorable and one of the best performances I've seen from a child actor. And you really care for this kid's character too because he is so sweet and humble even for his age. Like, he literally made cereal and toast for his mother on his own birthday. You don't see that from such a young kid that often. Even though he burned the toast, he still had a really sweet intention behind it. And the mother also delivered with a really good acting performance too in this film. Same thing goes for the detective. I think most of the acting performances all around were really good. Even from Chucky and Charles Lee Ray in his human form. They owned that performance. I just loved the acting in this film all around. It was super good. Another major positive is this film was also really well paced. They really don't waste your time. For the most part, they get straight to the point. And when it picks up, it really picks up. This is a really fun ride from start to finish. Even though they did have a fairly high budget for this film, taking into account the rate of inflation, it still felt like they were going for something that was pretty small and felt like a low budget film, you know what I mean? And they're also going for something family friendly here, you can tell, because there's little to no actual gore in this. There's no sex, no language, or at least not any extreme language, or anything explicit that would make you think that this was R-rated. There's not a moment of this film where it felt like they were going for something really scary or really graphic. It almost always felt like they were going for something just really enjoyable and fun, with characters you can actually care for. And in that respect, they did a really good job. Pretty much everything about this film feels like a Goosebumps episode, especially with the cinematography they have going. The lighting is really set up to where it feels like a Goosebumps episode. And even like the POV shots of the doll chasing people and the overall camera work, they had it all going really good. And the musical score also felt a lot like a Goosebumps episode too. Now, I do have some minor nitpicks. There were some logical issues with this film, like where people would get shot or stabbed. They would have way too much time to talk before they actually died. It largely felt unrealistic at those times. And there were moments that Chucky would talk, but his lip movement wouldn't line up. But if you can really put those nitpicks aside, this is such a good film. It felt like something new, different, and original, and it was really refreshing. I'm giving Child's Play a 9 out of 10. But as always, I hope you enjoyed this review. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you in the next video.